Okay, welcome to this week's video. First things first, an apology. Sorry for getting these springs the wrong way around. Obviously the spring should be on this side and not the other side. You can see with the bolt, you can see a lot of it sticking out. Don't know why I didn't realise it, but no harm, no foul. Great that it was noticed and told me about it. So yeah, that's one of the benefits, I guess, of doing the video. I wouldn't have thought about it. So thank you very much for the comment, and really pleased that I could change it. I could fix this. It only took about 10 minutes, not even that, maybe 10 minutes each side. So now we're ready. We can put the discs on, pads, etc. So that leads us nicely onto the calipers. I have previously shown the paint stripper and how long and laborious that took. Eventually I gave up and just effectively scraped and wire brushed the rest of the paint off. So that's where we are now. I'll show you that now, and then we can get on to rebuilding them and painting them, etc. Another couple of days and going over it again. It's just taken forever to get this paint off. As you can see, got like 90%, 99% of all the paint off of these. It was a hell of a struggle, I have to admit. Effectively lots of scraping, rubbing and cleaning, and more scraping and rubbing and cleaning. So it's now pretty much ready for a paint. Obviously it needs a lot more cleaning beforehand. But following a comment in the previous video, someone suggested that I change the seals inside while it's all apart, which is a good idea. However, I found out that Jaguar don't do them, the normal spares places don't do them, so I ended up actually finding them on eBay. This is the part that I used, BCK 2704. They also come with a couple of new rubber grommets for the brake bleed nipples. So yeah, I have done one. Is it this one? Yeah, this one's already. These have already been replaced. So this video is going to be showing you how to replace these ones. I think the first thing to note is they're actually different sizes. There's two sizes, one slightly bigger than the other, so one larger one and a smaller one on each side. As I said, there's two sizes. You can see that actually goes over two sizes, and they're effectively made up of an outer seal and then an inner seal that goes about halfway down the cylinder. So they're effectively what you've got to change. This is a bit of a challenge to get out. I'll show you how I do it now. This is really easy, but you just sort of put a screwdriver on it so that it sort of bends a bit, and then I've got like a hook type implement to get it out. So let me show you the tools I use. This is the screwdriver I was using to get most of it out. I used a vice grip to push the things back in. That's quite handy to get things out. That's to loosen off the bleed nipple, and that's the other thing I use to help hook out the inner seal. Some other things I used were some wood blocks. Basically, I'm going to use the airline, and I'm going to put some wood blocks in here to stop the cylinder bursting out and blowing away, and also I can limit which ones get pushed out and not the one, and hold the other ones in still. To achieve that, I've got an airline with just a blow, just a typical blow off type gun. And the other thing I've got is where this is the banjo bolt where the brake line comes in. Now obviously if you put air into one of these, it will just come straight out of this banjo bolt. It will find the easiest route. However, I just found another screw, another bolt. It's quite a fine thread. Just had that in one of the boxes of bits. Don't throw away all those nuts and bolts. Hang on to them. Keep that one safe along with the copper nuts. And so first thing, block that off with a suitable bolt. You just need it finger tight, doesn't need it too tight. Then using one of these, does it matter which? This is I guess whichever one I can get off easiest. So yeah, so first things first, take off the bleed nipple cover. There you go. And this is an 11mm. Jeepers. It's not wanting to come off. We'll put that in the vise and work that one out. Let's take this other one off. Let's crank that off. Cool. Right, now then, you put in a couple of these. We have some space on this side still, so just using some air pressure. See, something happened. First things first is to get out this outer seal. We do know that we've got the repair kit, so that's okay. It doesn't matter if we've damaged these. You can see from this we've damaged some of this outside edge, and we've got a lip on the inside. But it's there's probably a steel ring or plastic covered steel ring. But you can see that goes into a slot. So what you've got to do is try not to damage any of the slot. Just damage the seal. Limit the damage to the seal. It has moved. There you go. So now you can see the seal is coming out, and it just hooks over the lip on the piston. Yeah, it just hooks over the lip on that piston. You can just about see that. What I might do is try and put it in. So it was in that lip there. Now you want to try and get that out. They don't come out easily, but you do have to try and ease it out. I've just gone to grab another screwdriver. It's got a pretty blunt end on it. Well used screwdriver. And from more than one direction, gently prise it out. So yeah, now you can ease it out, and a whole load of brake fluid has come out as well, of course. Okay, so let's have a look at this piston. Pretty damage free. Slight mark there. Yeah, pretty good condition. Reusing that, no problem. Now inside, you can see there is a little rubber seal in there. So the way I got that out was to use, this is really, you can be very gentle with this. It's not, there's no pressure required really. It's just a little bit fiddly. Just gently ease the rubber out, and then that pushed it back in. That's clever. So combine, just hook out the old one. So there you go. That's got that one out. Let's get the fluid out. Try to soak up the fluid. There's the new packet. In the packet we've got a couple of grease sachets. And we have little and large seals. What you might find is one of the seal, that larger seal is actually inside that one, but just take those out. That's a larger one. That's obviously a smaller one, smaller pair. So yeah, a smaller pair. So that's those two, and those are the other two. I think they've got part number 113011 and 112704. Those are the other ones. Those are the smaller ones. Okay, that says 20 4872 41 and 0, and then it says Brembo. That's the one of the seals, the larger one that is, and this is the other one, and it says 20 48 72 40, and again it says Brembo on the other side. So that's, maybe you can get hold of those instead of a third party one. So is that the bigger one or the smaller one? That's the bigger one. Okay, so rather than open a new assembly lube, we've got some, do you have some here? Just put a bit of that on the inside where the piston will run down on it. So obviously you want that to get, that's going to be wedged in here. You just need to just gently push that in, feel it go into the right place. Quite often it goes past. Right. I have to make sure we put some on there. Still a lot of brake fluid in there. It's causing me a bit of a problem, but it's there. So I don't know if you can see that. Very, very difficult to see that. Hopefully you can see there's a seal in a groove hole, 10mm down. Okay, so that's that part. So you make sure that the replacement piston, or the piston you're going to put back in, it's not a replacement, it's the original. Make sure that's nice and clean. Put some lube around the bottom where it's going to squeeze past that seal, because you obviously want we don't want it to sort of cut against it or anything like that, so put some of that on there. And gently wiggle it. You'll feel it come down onto that rubber seal, and then you can just ease it in after that. So then yeah, it is the larger of the two. Obviously you want to put some hydraulic lubrication on here as well. It's just assembly lube. So it easily strips over the top of the piston and into that groove, and then just manhandle it into place. Squeeze it in with your fingers. So there you go. Make sure it's all sealed up properly. There you go, that's the first one in. So just repeat that 3 more times and you'll have another brake caliper done. See, you've seen me do it once, so I'll just continue 3 more times. So here's the current status of the calipers. I do have tape over the rubber inside, the seals that I've replaced, and also on this bit here there's like a machined edge, so there's tape on those. Yeah, so it's I don't know, probably 2 or 3 coats on here now. Just build it up with lots of thin coats. This is what I'm using. I have got one of these trigger kind of things that just clip on the top. Quite like that. Gives you a bit more of a more control, and doesn't do your thumb in. So yeah, that's something that I'm using. So yeah, quite happy with those. I do have to eventually come up with a template to go on there and put the R that was on there. But yeah, I'm quite happy with these at the moment. So, you know, like I say, just a few coats, start off very thinly, build it up, and yeah, it's looking okay. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Cheers, bye.